funky.
Good afternoon, guys. It's Garrett, and today I'm going to guys the top 5 designs of the week number 31. And I want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. We're gaining over 1,000 subscribers every 28 days according to my analytics. So thank you so much all for subscribing, liking my videos, shouting me out, and all that kind of cool stuff. And if you guys haven't heard already, I am doing a Halloween special for my week number 32. So if you guys can, listen to the end of the video where I'm going to be going over how to win yourself some money. We're going to have a $20 first place, $10 second place, and $5 third place. So watch the end of the video to kind of get the Halloween special details. So let's get right into the top 5 itself. And with the 5th spot, we have Duke the Creator, and he did a badge design. And overall, man, I gave you an 8.2 out of 10, and I have to say these are some really good badge designs. I've seen a lot of them throughout my kind of YouTube standing career and my Twitter scene, and these are done really well. I have to give it to you. The paintbrushes are done exceptionally well, as well as the flags. Painting myself, I know that flags and kind of drapes and stuff like that are really hard to paint just because of the color changes and everything like that. But you did a really good job. I have to give it to you, man. You put a lot of work into these, and I want to say good job on that one. And the reason why you didn't really get such a higher score is I didn't think it was so original of you doing these and the style that you use. I know Muhammad Al-Dabi, I believe his name is. You guys can correct me in the comments below. Really good illustrator and really good painter. He did a lot of badge designs like this, and you know, a lot of people in the community started pumping him out like this. But overall, man, you did a really good job creating contrast and stuff like that. One thing that I wish I could have seen a little bit more was having a lot more color and saturation, you know, vibrant stuff to it. I felt that you could have added a more vibrant touch onto the brushes and flags. And the one all the way to the right was done really well, but the one all the way to the left, I thought that you could have made that blue kind of brush a little bit more vibrant, just to kind of create that glowing feel. But overall, nonetheless, you did a really insane job, man. 8.2 out of 10 is ridiculous, so good job, Duke, and thank you for submitting. So with the 4th spot, we have Arts Norax, and he did a really interesting manipulation header. And overall, man, it gave you a 4th spot at 8.5 out of 10. And I have to give it to him. This was actually done really awesome. And the reason why this actually got a higher score and a better placement than the one previously was just the kind of placement that you used, and also the kind of just how everything was placed together. I thought it was a really good, you know, setup, and you did a really good job pushing it together. The composition was done extremely well. And I love how you added the Obey logo kind of blurred over to the left on side of those wooden planks. That was something very creative that a lot of people wouldn't think of. So good job pushing that over there. The text itself was done extremely well also. You know, you kind of matched that little grungy tone to the wood, and also, you know, the rubble and the tanks and stuff like that. So the scene matched really well. I felt like the quality could have been a little bit better. And also, I love how you added the kind of fiery flames and the kind of lighting on top of the text. And also how you created that depth field using those pieces of wood, kind of making them above the Obey text. Last thing I want to say I wasn't too much of a fan of was the text itself, the Obey Stitch, player for Obey Alliance, and make sure to follow Obey. Wasn't too much of a fan about that. I thought that could have done a little bit better, maybe placed somewhere else, or kind of the font choice could have been different. But overall, man, you did a really good job. I wish that you could have submitted a higher quality image. I'm sorry for the low quality. I had to enlarge this quite a bit to kind of fit my showcase. So sorry about that, man, but overall, you did a really insane job. So thank you guys for submitting this. So with the 3rd spot, we have BehrDesign, and he did a 3D, really awesome social media header for Saw. I believe that's I can't even pronounce that actually, but you got a 9.0 out of 10 for this, and a really insane style, man. I have to give it to you. I really enjoyed this one out of all the ones you've submitted before, and I felt like you could have done a little bit more, maybe a little bit more colorful saturation, a little bit more stocks like that could have helped, but nonetheless, you did a really insane job pushing it all together. The kind of blared look on the right-hand side and left-hand side was done extremely well, along with the kind of colors matching everything else. Red and purple is a really awesome theme to go to, and I love how you added the kind of lightning bolt stocks around, and also the Saw logos. So you did a really good job pushing it all together. Just keep in mind, I wish you could have done a little bit more lighting, a little bit more saturation, but overall, man, you did a really insane job, and a 9 is something to be super proud of. So good job in that one. So the 2nd spot, we have Synergy Ripper, and he did a motion design intro for Synergy. I gave it a 9.4 out of 10, and let's get watching it before I start critiquing. So that was the intro, and overall I loved it, so much. I thought it was a really good style to fit Synergy as well as, the whole Call of Duty scene. It's very retro and it's very 80s feel with the very bright purples and blues and stuff like this. I didn't give it such a higher score because I felt like you could have done a little bit more, maybe adding, the pyramids kind of moving a little bit, or having the people move, the cat statues. I believe that's what they're known for, at least. But overall, man, he did an insane job. One thing is that Synergy logo at the end of everything after that big burst comes, that Synergy logo kind of just sits there and the whole background kind of moves around it. I thought that was a little weird. Maybe you could have made the whole entire galaxy in the background move a little bit more, or have something else happen rather than everything just kind of slowing down to an endpoint. But nonetheless, you did an insane job, and a 9.4 out of 10 is amazing. So thank you for submitting this, Ripper. So the first spot, we have Sachik Yodo. I'm not going to pronounce this the whole way through. I'm apologizing now if I'm butchering your guys' names. And he did an advertisement design for Razer, and I gave this a 9.9 out of 10. And this was one of the best advertisements that I pretty much have got submitted to myself. And I really enjoyed it for one reason, and that's because it really kind of complemented the whole Razer feel and the Razer company itself. Razer is a really good gaming company. It makes amazing gaming products like keyboards, mouse pads, everything, computers, and you did an insane job creating, a very good attractive feel, towards gamers and towards, the people like us, young people, teenagers, and like people in their 20s. So it was very saturated and very vibrant. Feel was done extremely well. I love the chroma text and the Black Widow X. What I wasn't too much of a fan about, and this is the reason why you lost that 0.1, was because around the kind of keyboard itself, you made this little inner glow style or inner shadow, and you left the contrast and like the sharpness a little too high, and it became really rigid. And that's just something to look out for. That really rigidness would come out really well if you guys printed these out. That rigidness would be like your eye would get attracted to it right away. But overall, man, I like how you added cutting edge technology in the buy now section. It's really good. It's a really amazing design. I love the logo blended in the back left, and also the kind of blue stocks moving around, helping everything come together, and also the complementing keyboards in the background. So you did a really good job on this one, a 9.9, insane first spot, and that's going to get it all for today's top 5. If you guys do want to submit your portfolios, the link will be in the description below. It's going to be through a Google's form link. And let's talk about the Halloween special. So for Halloween, I'm doing a kind of dark horror theme, Halloween theme, whatever you want to think of it. Header, advertisement, social media, motion design, illustration, any kind of style you want. And I'm going to be going through them all and making a huge kind of playlist together. There's going to be 3 winners, there's going to be 3 honorable mentions, and we're going to have third place be $5, second place be $10, and first place be $20. So if you guys can, submit your portfolios and submit your recent work of your kind of Halloween themed stuff, and just pretty much wait. You guys can at me on Twitter some examples, but I want you guys to submit your work through the form in the description. And that's going to be it for the Halloween special. Basically, it's going to be coming out next week on I believe the 30th, and that's going to be Sunday, just in time for Halloween, which is going to be on a Monday. So if you guys can make that kind of special work, it's going to take you a day to make, and it's going to be really awesome to win, $20 if you guys get first spot. So overall, that's it for today's top 5. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed my videos and hope you guys enjoy my content, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.